This year, many events around the world left people shocked and upset. One of the biggest stories centred on Iraq, where an extremist group called Islamic State first came to worldwide attention.
IS has taken over several Iraqi cities and is also killing innocent people from other countries.
They've threatened Western countries with violence and called on their followers to do the same. Australia joined countries like the US, UK, France and Germany in airstrikes against IS. In Gaza, fighting broke out between Israelis and Palestinians.
Hamas has fired almost 3,000 rockets at Israel and built tunnels where they can attack it from underground. Israel has also fired heavily on Gaza, and their attacks have had a much bigger impact.
More than 2,000 people died during these attacks. Things also got pretty serious in a place called Ukraine.
One country looks a bit more like two. One side wants things run one way, the other wants it run a very different way.
Protesters took to the streets, unhappy about how the country was being run. Ukraine ended up with a new leader, but things are far from settled, with Russia now claiming a part of Ukraine as their own. And in related news, the world was rocked when a Malaysia Airlines plane was shot down over Ukraine. MH17 was on its way to Kuala Lumpur from Amsterdam when 298 people, including 38 Aussies, were killed. Much of the blame was placed on Russia, which is thought to have supplied the rocket launcher that was used in the attack. Just months before all of that, another Malaysia Airlines plane, MH370, disappeared on its way to China. The flight had 239 people on board, including 6 Aussies.
They want to know what happened and why.
This year, we also heard a lot about something called Ebola. More than 5,000 people have died from Ebola across Africa. While there's still no cure, scientists are working hard to find one. 2014 was a good year for whales. An international court decided that Japan's whaling program was illegal.
The UN's highest court, the International Court of Justice, decided that Japan could no longer kill any more whales in the Antarctic.
But while they're now banned from hunting them there, they can still hunt them in other parts of the ocean. And the world remembered 100 years since the start of the First World War. It began on the 28th of July 1914 and ended on the 11th of November 1918. Many countries were involved in the conflict, and by the end of the war, millions of people had been killed and many more wounded.